Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs. Welcome back to Decidedly Vanilla. Welcome back to the Nameless Ruin. It is Monday and I have made a fair bit of off-camera progress on Earthquake Town, and I kind of want to show the stuff off on camera before I do any more. Like, as you'll see around the back here, I haven't started on any of these new buildings yet. I've placed one stone brick block there, and that's been about it. I've done a little bit of, like, hedge building over here. Like, this kind of started off as a hedge, but then I thought if it had been there for a while and nobody had been around to keep the hedge in check, it would kind of have grown everywhere. So that was the plan. There are wood blocks under there that are meant to represent kind of planters or whatever that the hedge would grow from, but then the rest of it has just kind of spilled out into the pathway. And I kind of liked that because there wasn't really going to be a house here, so I wanted to do something interesting with it, and that's what I came up with. But moving on to the houses themselves, I've kind of been experimenting with a couple of different roof styles, and I've settled with one that I like quite a lot. And thank you for everyone's suggestions on the last episode. If you were one of the people who left in the comments what material you thought I should use, I gave it quite a lot of thought and tried out a couple of them, but yeah, it definitely needed to be a wood type and a darker wood type, so it was kind of between spruce and dark oak wood. I could maybe do something similar with nether brick, which I'm going to try, but getting a substantial amount of nether brick, and especially nether brick fences, is kind of a pain. So I will probably try that when I have one of these smaller houses kind of set up. But yeah, I like the spruce fences and the kind of border out of regular spruce stairs and blocks. I really liked that. And there's some sort of interior, almost like beams or bracing, I guess, that could be they could be either one of those. I like the fences because they allow it to look more kind of detailed in its broken downness, but they also they look like something that would be underneath roofs to support the kind of structure of, I don't know, like the tiles or whatever cladding you had on the outside of a roof would have some kind of framework on the inside. So I started building this. It took a lot of fences, and then I knocked a few holes in it to make it look like it was completely open. And I love the fact that you can just look up and see the sun or the moon when you're inside of this house. And, well, for now, the beacon that's over there. Not sure where I'm going to move that in the end. But, yeah, I stop it up the ends of each of the sort of roof spaces with a window, in this case, with some acacia wood sort of as, I guess, beams, because I've used those elsewhere in the build, and these leaves which have kind of overgrown the back of the house and have kind of gone down the back, and they're kind of on the same border as that hedge I built. There are still a couple of places where you can get into and out of the house, and you can get up to the roof from here, which was something I decided I would put in like a quick roof access whilst I was building this, just so I could easily get up here and move around the fences a little bit. And yeah, I'm going to keep that there just in case, because that's kind of useful, and it's not, you know, unreasonable that there would be a hole there. There are holes pretty much everywhere else. So furnishings and stuff probably going to happen in here at some point, but once I've built out the rest of these houses, I haven't got around to doing the roof on that one yet. I haven't finished the walls of this one, but these two, the side-by-side kind of terraced houses, have a similar thing going on. And I like them a lot. I think they work pretty well. They still need to kind of have some walls and stuff here. This house, I've decided, is not going to be split off from like a mainland one in the same way that that is, mainly because of the trees. And I didn't notice this before. I mean, I noticed it before, obviously, because I built it, but I forgot to mention that I'd done this. I forgot to draw you guys' attention to the fact that I'd done this last time around. I've put in some dark oak wood logs underneath the waterline to make it look like these big dark oak trees have roots, and I've done my usual bit of standard tree customization on that one. I've kind of moved some of the oak leaves so that they droop downwards towards the water a little bit more, and I'll probably do that with that one, and I think I've put some roots in over here as well, so I might do the same with that one. So that's what's been happening in this area. I'm really happy with the changes so far, but this was kind of a test so that I could make sure it worked out as a style before I moved on and did that with the rest of the houses. So we'll be making a little bit more progress on that kind of off camera today. Might see a little bit more of that towards the end of this episode. But downstairs in the villager trading hall, things have also been progressing, and I will show you how. I've kind of finished up this area now. This is where the farmers and other tradesmen are going to be, and through here we have a section for the librarians, and I'm really happy with the way this looks. I still need to add a little bit of spruce wood into the floor, but what I've done basically is built out enough of this to be again, a kind of a test run, and I'm not going to do any more on it until I'm certain I can get the villagers in here and that my villager, like, lobster pot thing here works. I'm just looking to see if I had any more fences, because I need some fences for this bit around here. And I've gotten in here myself, and it is a little bit difficult to get out once you're inside, and the main problem I have is that villagers jump up and down quite a lot, like this, and that will occasionally release the pressure plate. And I don't think it's enough for them to get out, but I want to be absolutely sure of that. So my plan is to test that out in today's episode, which means getting a couple of villagers down here, which is going to be the tricky part. So that will probably be the majority of what I do today, and then hopefully, if the villagers will get trapped in here and you can't attack them if you're a zombie and so forth, fences need to probably go there as well for that. Hopefully we will be able to get the villagers down here today and finish off the rest of the villager trading hall. So that is my plan of action for today. I'm going to set up some stuff and I'll be right back with you. Test number 1. Minecart track leading to the villager trading hall. Success. Sort of. That rail kind of leads directly over the top of there. But the piston won't move it afterwards. Does that mean I... Okay, test number 2, which is not a test I expected to have to run. Does the piston move that up now? Yes. Okay, that was more what I expected to happen. Good, good, okay. Excellent. Test number 3. Will villagers survive a water drop into this fenced off area so I can set up the minecarts? Can hear them all up there already. Shouldn't be too far up. I'm pretty sure they're only another 10 blocks up from here. This looks likely. Come on, we just want one. That's a point, actually. We might need some kind of funnel system to get them down here, which means more water. Right. New test. Can I survive the drop? Okay, excellent. That seems to work just fine. Oh, hello. Well, they're surviving. I don't know how much damage they just took, but a splash potion of healing should fix that up. Okay, so... Test has some conclusive results. Methodology? That's a word. Methodology could be better, but with any luck we will be able to get one of these chaps into this here minecart. Yes. Okay, we have a librarian in a cart, and he's away. Right, let's follow this guy. He won't be going to the right place right now, but at least we can see if he gets there all right. I've got a few librarians up there, hence the need to create an area solely for librarian trading, so... Oh, I hear zombie. I hear zombie already. He's been attracted to the villager. That's not good. But he is in the right place. What a fantastic result. Oh, brilliant. Okay, that pretty much validates my entire, last hour or so of work. Amazing stuff. Right, so this guy is in place. If I could get the minecart back, that would be fantastic. Basically what I did was I moved the fence that was there, so it was, instead of the fence being pushed up, it was the stairs being pushed up, so hopefully he won't be able to get out of there for now, and I can make myself a couple more oak fences real quick. But yeah, no, that is a result. I like that. I like that a lot. Right. I will probably spend a little bit of time off camera ferrying these guys to and fro, making sure they're all in the right places. I'll see you guys in a minute. Test number 5. Can the zombie get him? It doesn't look like they can. which is pretty ideal. That is fantastic. I'm very, very pleased. He's a decent distance away. I don't think, like, if I took out that fence, he would be able to walk up to him on the diagonal and attack the villager. The villager also seems to have the same potion particles that I do. Do they? Unless... No, maybe that was just me being too close. I thought for a second this villager has haste. That was weird. But no, I think it's just my potion particles. Alright, well... Zombie can die. Thank you very much for participating in this test. And let's do some more villager ferrying. Well, a lot of time and effort and a couple of cups of tea later, we have more or less a complete complement of villagers. The only one I've not been able to get so far is a shepherd, but the rest of the professions are all represented here. We've got a fisherman here, we've got a Fletcher there, we've got a farmer, the all-important farmer over here. I'm going to leave this open to anybody who is on the server and wants to come down here and trade. There are 5 librarians. This guy and the guy, I think this one opposite, yeah. These guys have like a really, really good paper trade. 25 and 24 per emerald is really great. The books these guys have kind of vary. This guy's got a Depth Strider 3 book for 40 emeralds, so depends whether or not you want to spend the emeralds on that one, but this guy over here has a Sharpness 4 book for 20. So that's not too bad, and I haven't unlocked all of the trades for the rest of these guys yet. Eventually all of them will be able to trade name tags and so forth, so come down here, help yourself to a couple of trades. If you can unblock the basic trades so other people can trade with them, that's great, but if you don't have the resources on you, then do not worry. There is some stuff in the chest here as well, so if you see a chest dotted around, if you want to leave any spare resources in there or take some stuff in there to complete some of your own trades, feel free, go ahead. That's kind of community resources right now. In here we have 4 clerics, all of whom trade zombie flesh for different prices. It's usually around 36 to 40. We've got a couple of 36s, but yeah, I've been trading a lot of zombie flesh, so these guys are all pretty much locked out right now. There are other trades, of course. There's some really cool stuff you can get from these guys. Glowstone, that kind of stuff. This guy has 5 emeralds for a bottle of enchanting, which, whilst not like the best way of getting experience, is still kind of cool to have, so you might want to check them out. These guys are weaponsmiths, toolsmiths, and armourers. So this guy has some tools, although I haven't completely unlocked his trades yet, so I don't know exactly what he's got. This guy over here has, where is it? Has an Unbreaking 2 sword and an Efficiency 1 axe. This guy has a Sharpness 3 sword and an Efficiency 2 axe. So this guy is MVP when it comes to tool trading. This guy over here is an armourer whose trades I haven't unlocked yet, but you'd be able to trade chain with him if you wanted to. He's probably got a couple of other things to unlock as well. There are only 2 white apron professions, which are butcher and leatherworker, so I've only got 1 each of these guys down here right now, but there are definitely leatherworkers with better leather trades, so I might be able to put in a couple more. I've at least got 1 more lobster pot that I can put them in, all set up and ready to go. And I am going to completely redecorate this, but I'm running out of time for today's episode. It's going to be a bit of a shorter one this time, folks, but I've done a lot of off-camera work just to get these guys in place. As you can see, my villager track is still going to be here, and I still have the villager breeder underneath the temple, and I will probably keep it there for the meantime, just in case I can get some better trades out of some other villagers. We'll see, but I'll be pretty selective about who I bring down here from now on. The whole area is pretty well lit as well, and one thing, if people are coming down here, there are rails across the entrance to prevent mobs from coming in. As I've shown on this channel before, mobs will not cross over rail lines, so you should be able to avoid luring any creepers or anything that might cause any damage to these guys in here. If you spot an area which isn't particularly well lit and looks like it might spawn some stuff, please light it up, because I don't want anything happening to any of these guys by accident. They should all be pretty well penned in against zombies. They've all got cobblestone walls or fences in front of them, making sure that the zombies can't reach them, but untoward creeper explosions, things like that, I really want to avoid, because I've spent a lot of time setting this up, and hopefully it will be a resource that everybody on the server can use, because villager trading is a lot of fun, and I think there are going to be some people using emeralds for like their shop wares at spawn and things like that, people who want to trade emeralds. Don't touch the beacon for now. I'm probably going to be moving this anyway, but if anybody wants to come down here, start some trading, it'll look a little bit prettier when you do. Feel free. that is going to be it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have a bunch of other projects that I want to work on this week, so going to have to cut this episode short, but I should be live streaming a couple of times this week, so keep an eye on your subscription feed and you will probably see some of that. And thank you very much for watching this episode. My name has been Pixlriffs, and today's episode has been brought to you by the Patreon donation of Jordan, who is going to be joining us on the Patreon server when that gets set up later on this month, so I'm looking forward to that immensely. Thank you, Jordan, for supporting me. If you want to go the extra mile and donate on Patreon, visit patreon.com/Pixlriffs and consider donating there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now. I'm
Spooky
kidding.
tree. Ooh.
Spooky tree. Oh, interesting.
Ooh,
Right. Okay, I'm
okay.
going to set the environment up right now. We're going...
Do you want we want dark oak and spruce mix, probably?
Yeah.